I did it. I forgot. It's okay. And...
I don't know.
Oh boy. Hello, house guests, and welcome to The Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality. And you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy. I say something gay. Gay. I left my caffeine in the fridge. So I'm going to go grab that the moment I finish this intro. But at this current moment in time, I am just drinking some lemon cucumber water. Goodbye.
And hello, I am Lana, your resident diva, here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea. Purr. And if you have some tea, you know what to do. Hit me up. I too am currently just drinking water, but it's cold and it's refreshing. So there we go. I'm drinking it. But if I was drinking anything else, I would definitely be drinking it out of my cup mug. Cup mug, da 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 da, cup mug, da 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 da.
Cup mug. I don't know what it is.
That's perfectly fine. Get your cup mug at lanagcreations.etsy.com and all your cup merch. Yeah, it's here, it's there. We do ship internationally, so there are no excuses.
And I'm Eris Envy, York's punk rock hairy fairy. And in the words of American poet laureate Lady Gaga, show me your teeth, Bowie Jane.
I hate it here. So I think my cup mug is dirty. So I'm going to be drinking out of another one of my favorite mugs that I don't get to use very often. It says, I don't sweat, I sparkle.
Sure.
Gifted to me by my boss. So
love that for
I
you.
just saw that as Jay. I saw that as Jay Spankson, and I was like trying to read that, and I was like, wait, is that a Spanky Jackson mug? And I was like, wait, no, the initials are the wrong way around.
No, it is not.
But before we do anything, also, why don't you subscribe right now? You know, hit those subscription buttons down below and notification bell so you always know when we go live or when we drop another video, because we got a lot. And when I say a lot of content coming out this week, I mean a lot. We got a lot. So you don't want to miss anything. So hit the subscribe button, follow us, and then jump over to the Cup, our main channel, and subscribe over there too, because we got a lot more content coming out over there as well. So subscribe to Cup TV, then subscribe to our main channel. Period.
Ooh. Well, the house is still there.
Yep. I thought they would have burnt it to the ground by now, but it's still there.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Oh, goodness. Well, we are one day away from our live eviction. I still don't think we know what's going to happen. I think we have an idea.
But it's still changing, ever changing. Even today and even yesterday, it was back.
The opinions have now swapped.
It's back and it's forth. It's like, should we keep Jag? Should we not keep Jag? Should we push for blue? Should we not push for blue? We should push for blue. No, we shouldn't push for blue. We should keep Jag. Nah, we shouldn't keep.
No.
They're just being them. It's so back and so forth. I don't know why we get surprised. It's now week 4. We shouldn't be surprised by the waffling and the flipping and flopping and back and the forth anymore. It's just what it's going to be. We just have to buckle up for this every week, I feel.
I guess. Like, oh God. I mean, it's Big Brother season. I'm happy we're here. I'm happy we're talking about it. But here is what we know so far. A lot of it is review because not much has changed since Monday when we talked about things. But Cameron, HOH, nominated. Jag and Blue. Red won the veto. Didn't use it. Jag and Blue. One of them may be going home tomorrow because, and we'll talk a lot about that here in a bit, the BB power of invincibility has been let into the house. We don't know a whole lot about it. But the house guests do know that it is a thing. They don't know what the power does, but they know that they were called into the DR yesterday to find out whether they were going to compete. 4 people competed. Someone has a power. We might see that tonight. I don't think we're going to. I think we'll probably see it on Thursday's episode. But yeah, and like you were saying, Lana, the waffling has just been all over the place in the last couple of days. When we left off Monday, it was kind of like the shift was heading towards evicting Blue.
Mm-hmm.
And Jared has been standing very strong in wanting to evict Jag for obvious reasons that have nothing to do with game.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing to do with game.
And there was another person who has now since made a stand against voting out Blue and wanting to evict Jag, and that's Corey.
Mm-hmm.
So Corey is now firmly on that side. But yeah.
But here's the caveat to all of this.
But
first, there are still people who are like, we don't mind voting out Blue, but those people aren't talking to the other people who are like, we don't mind voting out Blue as well, because they don't want them to know that they want to vote out Blue. If they just had a small conversation, they could probably get Blue voted out this house. But the fact that nobody wants to talk to each other and tell them about what they want to do is the reason nothing gets done. But we also have the rat in the middle. And this rat is going back and the forth and the back and the forth and the back and the forth. And that rat is Matt. Matt is playing a rat game. And I'm not that mad at the rat game. I don't hate the rat game if you play it right. Like, don't be a messy rat. Be a smart rat. And Matt's not being super messy right now because he has the ear of Sari, the trust of Felicia. He goes and America likes to talk to him.
Yep.
And
Red and Cameron still trust him.
Red and Cameron still trust him, so he can get that information. And so Matt is perfectly in this middle where he can go get the information, pinpoint, okay, if Felicia and Sari are telling me that they don't want to tell America, but I go talk to America, America tells me she wants to vote for Blue. Sari and Felicia wants to vote for Blue. That's 3. So Izzy's going to vote for Blue. That's 4. And so the 3 is, and America. Mimi will vote with them if they want to vote out Blue. That's 5. Bowie wants to vote out Blue. That's 6 votes right there. And they don't even need Corey. And even without Bowie, there's Matt. That's 6. You got 3, Felicia, Izzy, America, Mimi, Matt. That's 6. You don't need nobody else. Nobody want to talk. It's so crazy to me that I'm like, all y'all have to do is just get this 6. You don't need Corey and you don't need Jared. Let them be out on the limb by themselves. But the problem is, we don't want Jared to be out that limb by himself. And I'm like, girl, let him be out there. He want to give Blue that little sympathy vote. Let her do it. So
exactly.
So let him do it. Let him go. Let Corey do it. So Corey can look at America like, I thought we was. And she be like, I thought we was too. But here you go. Standing your ground. I'm playing for myself. I'm not playing for you. It's just it. They just won't talk. It's
don't hate the rat player, hate the rat game.
No, don't even hate the rat game. You hate the people who ain't playing in the game. I hate the people who ain't in the middle of the rat game because, baby, this is a rat race and you got to get in it or you get caught up in it. And
rat race.
I was going to say the Amazing Rat Race.
The Amazing Rat Race.
We're on the cast of Amazing Race drop today.
I saw that.
Sadly, without a friend of ours.
Without a friend, but whatever.
I feel like if Jag ends up getting evicted tomorrow, ultimately, I'm going to be honest, I think a lot of it stems from Izzy and the way that people are thinking about Izzy now. Because we also Monday night or was it Monday night or was it last night when Legend 25 almost dissolved?
It was last night.
Last night. So We know Red and Izzy have had their little thing going on. And it finally came to a head.
Yeah.
Because Red went to Sari complaining about Izzy. And Sari brought in Izzy and was the mediator and then left. And they were both basically just like, oh yeah, I have no problems with you. I'm trying to get to know you. Not.
No.
Because they're targeting each other.
Of course.
And Red keeps saying, oh, I'm so loyal to this alliance. I'm so loyal to this alliance. It's the only alliance I've made. And that last statement is true.
It's very true.
However, is he going to keep Izzy if by some miracle he wins HOH next week?
I mean, and it's not a miracle because Red can win.
Because Red can win comps now. We know he can.
And once you win the competition, your what's the word I'm looking for? Your confidence builds, and you be like, oh, I can win this. I won this comp. I can win another one. And once you get that confidence booster, it's kind of like, So
they basically brought all of Legend 25 in minus Matt, because I think he was showering, into the HOH room. And Red straight up is like, either we're going to resolve it or we're going to dissolve it. And I'm like, Red, darling, you are one of two people in that room that take this alliance seriously. Like, I said what I said.
Red is getting tired of this foolishness. He's getting tired of this bull. And you know what? I ain't that mad.
If he realizes eventually that they don't take this alliance as seriously as him and Cameron do, I would love to see it. I just want chaos. Honestly, I just want chaos. Oh my.
Yeah, I'm here for the as much as I love me some Sarifias, and I do, and I think even if chaos happens and chaos breaks free, I think Sari will be all right. I think Sari will always come out all right in the midst of it too. So I'm here for the chaos. I'm here for the drama. I'm here for the complete. I'm ready for fun feeds. I'm sorry. I'm ready for fun. It has
been. I will say it's been fun feeds, but it's been a lot.
There's been a lot. I'm ready for fun feeds where it's just like, I want a scream fight. I want to drag out, like, yelling across the room.
I want Taco somebody, Tuesday from BB21.
I want people in the living room yelling at somebody in the kitchen. What are you talking about? I said what I said.
Honestly, I want Sari and Felicia to fight. And they're getting there.
They're getting there because Miss Felicia.
Let's go there then.
Let's talk about the beef with Sari and Felicia, because this was not on my bingo card.
The girlies are fighting. This was not on my bingo card either.
This was not on my bingo card that this fast Sari and Felicia was going to be beefing. But they beefing. And Felicia literally went and told Jared that she can't trust Sari because Sari talked too much. And she want a final two with Jared.
I mean, in her position, not realizing that Jared is Sari's son, I get it.
The worst possible person she could have said that to.
The worst possible person, but the person she feels like she could tell the most is probably Jared.
Yep.
Unfortunately for Felicia, Jared was birthed by Sari, so obviously he's gonna tell her, and she goes, "Oh, wow."
And in Sari talk, you just jumped to the top of her list, and that is not good for Felicia.
I still don't think. I was gonna say, I don't think. If Sari won HOH next week, I don't see a universe whatsoever where Felicia goes up.
Absolutely not. She gonna take Felicia as far as she can. But however, that final two that they were talking about, Sari will never take that seriously from this point on. Like, she possibly could have taken it seriously if something crazy happened and Jared got out this game, because
Which I don't think is that crazy anymore.
It's not crazy anymore, but I'm saying, but and because something can happen where Sari just can't protect Jared, and I think Jared knows that, and Jared also knows that it's things that could happen that he just couldn't protect Sari. So they know, yes, we want a final two together, but it's a long road for us to get to that point. So I think they take their final two seriously, but they also making other options. And I do believe Felicia was Sari's other option in case that happens. Like, we could get to a final two. Not anymore. Because once you say Sari's name and you don't trust Sari, she never forgets. We saw it on Survivor. She'll hold that junk in. She'll hold it, but she ain't gonna forget about it. And when the time is right, she will strike.
Oh.
And you just done.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Felicia is on that confidence ride since she won the competition. She's like, oh, I can win and I can do this. Sari ain't never won. Da, da, da. And that's possibly true. But the relationships that are being built in that house, as much as people respect Felicia, they respect Felicia. They trust Sari. And that is where it lies.
You would think it would be the exact opposite.
No, because...
But like on paper, I'd be like, oh, Sari is a giant target.
Yeah.
We respect Sari, but we trust Felicia. Like, in my mind, that makes sense. Yeah. But again, you have to think about just the social strategic powerhouse that is Sari Fields. Like,
that is true. And the fact that people are like, well, even in the house, they're like, well, Sari, yeah, she played Survivor, but Survivor's not Big Brother. And it's two different entities, and she might not be as good.
Very true.
And they're leaving it out, which is fine, and which is great, because she has never played Big Brother. She doesn't.
No.
And we see the flaws that she has with playing Big Brother coming from Survivor.
I was going to say that exact thing. I don't think she is playing a perfect game.
No, she's
any
not.
Means of the imagination. And I don't know whether, if we ever got live feeds for Survivor, I don't know how we would feel necessarily about Sari, because all we know are edited versions of Sari's gameplay.
Exactly.
Sari is playing very sloppy.
Yes.
Especially last week and like bleeding a little bit into this week. I think this week she's gotten back where she needs to be, because there wasn't this, oh, are we keeping Hisam? Do we need Hisam? This, that, and the third. It's like this week, it's like two people that she honestly doesn't really care about for her long-term game. So it's like whatever. So I think Sari can refocus on Sari as opposed to Sari and Izzy and Felicia and Jared and keeping all of the pieces together. She can kind of more so focus on Sari's game, which I think is going to be really beneficial for her going into next week, which could presumably be the last week before jury.
Yeah, I think and yes, I do agree. She has played a little sloppy. Like last week was sloppy, but it was still sloppy. But even with the sloppy gameplay, even all of that, she still came out and looked okay in it. Like, nobody was like, oh, Sari is sloppy. It was Izzy's being real sloppy. Izzy being a mess. Izzy. And so Izzy is her Sari shield, because it's like, we know that's the duo. We know they're working together, but if we got to get rid of one, it's gonna be Izzy. It's gonna always be Izzy. It's never gonna be Sari. So I feel like she is doing. Yeah, it wasn't pretty. She didn't have a neat bow at the end of that of the week. This week, like you said, Jag and Blue aren't people who she consider working long term with anyway. So either way, whoever goes just goes, and it doesn't matter. But she has to play it in a way where she can finesse it, where even whoever goes, and they won't even be mad at her when they go. It's just like, we tried, it didn't work. It is what it is. We ain't had that much of a relationship anyway. But Felicia being upset with Sari, it came out of nowhere. And I was like, it was funny to me, even though we know the secret. Felicia she don't know the secret. She doesn't know Jared is Sari's son. So it's funny to us and to me to hear Felicia like, oh, I have a closer relationship with Jared, so I can talk to him. And I'm like, girl, you don't even know his mama got the closest relationship with him. Like, that is his mama. But we do have a Jared and Sari fight. in the house also.
Yeah.
Because over Blue, because Sari is like, we need to get rid of Blue. You need to trust us. The Alliance is trying to get rid of Blue, and Jared is like, absolutely not. No, why would we do that? This person is good for my game, and I don't understand why we're trying
Keyword
to get
for my
game. He was like, she is my +1, and Sari was like, well, we all have to get rid of our +1s at some point to get to where we need to be. Yours just happened to come earlier than expected. Yeah. He was like, well, what am I supposed to do throughout the game? She's like, Jared, you're protected throughout this game without Blue. With or without Blue, you're in the middle of everything. But Sari don't realize. So this is where Sari is blind. Folks is coming after Jared.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they coming for Jared.
If they're, I don't think next week will be a double. I don't think. I think the week after will be a double.
Yes.
And I think the two people that are going to be the most sought after targets in that double are Jared and Felicia. A lot of people are talking about taking out Felicia at a double.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the third person in there is going to be and this is an if at this point, unfortunately, if Corey and America make it to that double. Because a lot of people are starting to come after Corey in America as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think I agree with you. I think Sari is blind to the fact that a lot of people are coming after Jared. I think Jared is blind to the realization that he is a lot less of a target with Blue evicted this week.
Yes.
I honestly think if Blue is evicted tomorrow, Jared can go back to flying under the radar a little bit more than he currently is.
Yep.
Because he's not necessarily target number 1 or even honestly target number 2 for most people in the house. But he's for a good chunk of people now, he is that target number 3.
Yeah.
And
he is that backdoor
are used, he's the backdoor. He's the renom. If we have the opportunity, if something happens and a nom has to come down, we just put up Jared and it's done.
Yep.
And I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous for Jared. I mean, quite honestly and personally, I would like to see Jared go sooner rather than later.
Me too. Honestly.
The fact that, unfortunately, I think one of Jared and Cameron will make jury is incredibly unfortunate. But, yeah. Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out because Jared doesn't realize it. Sari is trying to tell him, but he's thinking with his smaller head than his brain. So he is
much smaller head.
His smaller head. I said what I said. He is thinking with that instead of his brain because it's like, baby, you can get sex when you leave the house. That's not a big deal, apparently. So why is this being in this house? You just need it so bad that you're willing to risk your own game for. I don't understand.
Baby, and your mother's game.
And your mother's game. Matter. Go to the shower, use your little right or left hand and go get through it.
Or both.
Or both, whatever you need to do to make you feel good. But use that to help you get through what you need to get through and focus on the game. And maybe it's just me, maybe I'm just one of those people. Sex is not that big of a deal for me. So if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. I'm gonna be all right either way. But if I'm coming in the game for $750K, sex is gonna be the last reason to make me turn my head and get clouded judgment. That's the last thing I'm gonna do. It's the last thing I'm gonna do. Even if I find the most finest, sexiest, good lookingest man in the whole wide world, and he is looking at me and he like, baby, I want you. I'm gonna be like, then we can see each other in 3 months. Holler at me in 3 months when I walk out of the door with $750K.
Worst case scenario, the jury house.
Meet me at the jury. Meet me in the jury. We can.
I don't want to be there, but
if I get there, then we can holler. But meet me in 3 months after I walked out the door with $750K.
Yeah. See, I honestly think if I was in the house, I would be suffering a similar situation to Jared. However, there's no chance of them putting another homosexual in the house, so I wouldn't have to worry.
I'm about to say you're fine, but and that's fine. And I don't, like I said, it's just it has not been that important to me, even in my real life.
Valid,
Like
yeah.
I'm not that kind of person that's like, oh God, I have sex.
And some people are.
And some people are. And if that's who you are, then you need to get your fix before you get in the house. Like you go on a rampage and get 3 months worth before you get in that house, so your brain is not clouded by sex, because $750K over some sex.
And it's probably going to be subpar at best. Let's just be honest.
Because you're worried about the cameras and the people walking in on you. So you got to make it quick. Mm-hmm. And you got to do it quietly. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right, baby. I don't want to do it. Mm-mm. And that is our sex talk for today. But just, I don't know.
Here at the Cup, we're sex positive. Just don't do it when you're in a house for $750,000.
Period.
Unless you're Taylor Hale, and then she won. So honestly,
in the HOH room, you do it in the HOH.
Well, Jackson won.
You can do it, but do it right. Do it in the HOH room. Do it in the HOH.
Win HOH, and then you can do it.
And lock the door. You can do whatever you want to do.
Exactly.
But, yeah, it's so weird. Like, don't do it on a public couch in the lounge area. People, that's gross and disgusting. PSA, gross.
God. Let's talk about something a little bit better, a developing story as we've been live.
Okay.
And that is the BB Power of Invincibility. We have updates on that.
Good.
So we know that yesterday the house guests were informed in the morning that there is a power up for grabs, and that America was voting, that the country, not the person, was voting for the top 4 people. Those 4 people then competed in a competition privately yesterday. I think they were all called to the DR upstairs, because then you could just go easily into that like side back room that they have, which I'm pretty sure is where the comp was held. Going into this, we had confirmation of 2 people that competed. As of this moment, we now have confirmation of 3. So we know for sure the 3 people that competed in the comp were Sari, Matt, and Jag. And we got confirmation from Jag telling it was Jag told Sari and Felicia that he played but did not win. So at this point, we think that the 4 people that played were those 3 that I just named. So Sari, Matt, and Jag. And there's very high speculation that the 4th person was Corey. Because about an hour and a half ago, Corey was talking to Izzy about this week and mentioned something about using the secret power. So Corey might have won. We're not going to get complete confirmation unless someone says it to a camera, or when we see it on probably tomorrow's eviction episode.
Now, what the gag for me would be if Jag actually won, and Jag uses that power, and nobody goes. I would be okay with that. I would be okay with that for the goof and the gaggery of it all. I'll be like,
because I think Jag would use it on himself.
Of course, immediately.
Or Blue. Is what I'm saying.
He's not gonna use it on Blue.
I don't know.
Why would he use it on Blue when he on the block? So he can go home.
Well, no. Remember. It's after the eviction called. So if he's safe and Blue gets evicted, quote unquote, he'll use it.
Yeah.
Because it's after Julie announces who's evicted. We believe.
If I was Jag, I wouldn't use it on Blue, because I'll be like, if I'm still here, they coming for me next week. And I might need to say myself again. Sorry, Blue, this sucks for you. But
it's starting to look increasingly like they're going to vote to evict Jag.
Yeah.
Is kind of where we're currently at. So I think it's really interesting if Corey won this.
Yeah.
Of the 4 options, honestly, I think that's the one for me that causes the most chaos. Because I don't know what Corey would do. I don't think he would save Jag or Blue this week.
No.
But depending on who's on the block next week.
All right. The only way he'll save it, use it, if America's up there or if he's up there. And I think that's the only time I think Corey would use it if he or America was on the block, which is a possibility.
If in some wild universe, maybe Matt. I don't think Matt stands any shot of going on the block next week by anybody.
I don't think so.
But I don't know. I think he could. Maybe Sari. I don't think Sari would be up next week. Well,
I mean, she could if America does it, but I don't think he'll use it if America puts Sari up. Because
America wants to take the shot.
America wants to take the shot. She wants to put up Sari and Izzy and Felicia as a backdoor option because she wants to break down that core three.
I don't want to see. I don't want any of those three to go home.
I mean, Izzy could go,
but I would love to see
Izzy could go, and Izzy would.
Izzy would go.
Sari or Felicia.
Yeah, Izzy would go, which I'm okay with, but it's interesting. It's very interesting.
That's the number one chaos option for next week is America winning HOH.
I would be okay with that. I would be okay with that. You know what else would be an option? Would be chaos? Red. If Mimi wins HOH.
Oh, yeah,
interesting.
Because Mimi is very annoyed with Jared at this point. But I'm sure Sari would talk her off of putting Jared up there. But I'll be like,
I think Mimi nominates Red Cameron, and if one of them wins, which is there's a high likelihood one of them would win the veto. That's one of the several scenarios I think where Jared goes up.
Or Matt. Because Matt has said Mimi's name several times.
I know.
Several times. And so, or it could be whoever's left of Jag and Blue can go up as well.
I think that would be the more realistic option for Mimi, honestly. I don't think Mimi necessarily sees Matt as a threat to her game right now.
Unless Cameron will be like, Matt was up here trying to get me to put you up. He said your name specifically, and Jared was up here trying to get me to put you up. They said your name specifically. We were like, what? Oh, okay. Good to know. Because at that point, you got to say what you got to say to keep yourself off the block. And I think Cameron will be like, I heard all this information last week. And she couldn't really doubt that he is getting that information because he was in that power to get that information. Yeah. So at that point, you'd be like, would he just come up here and lie just to say it? Or did he really get that information? And then if she talks to Matt and Jared and be like, so were you saying, and Matt, he's not really good at lying. What'd you say? Oh, I didn't hear you. What'd you say? Oh, I didn't hear you. Like, oh, okay, Matt, you heard me.
Which is, could be true.
You heard me, Matt. I know sometimes you don't hear me, but if I'm looking in your face and talking to your face, you read my lips or you heard me. And I'm like, what I just asked you. But wait, what'd you say? Yeah. That's Matt's tale. When he's lying and he's caught and he don't know what to do and how to lie, he'll do that. He's looking at you. And see, this is the thing. I know if he's not looking at you, it's a possibility he didn't hear you. But when he's looking at somebody and they're looking directly at him and tell him what they did, he say, what'd you say? I didn't hear you. You heard me. You heard me, Matt. You just want to think of a lie real quick. But it's okay. But yeah, that would be an interesting thing too if Mimi won, because then people will freak out because they don't know what Mimi would do. And since Jared said the Mimis and the miracles of the world don't do nothing for him.
Yeah.
I was like, oh wait, smart, intelligent women don't do nothing for you. Got it.
Can we talk about Jared also being like, oh yeah, no, Corey, there's no chance you would get into that competition because you don't have a personality that people like.
I was like, and you think people like
But don't take it personally.
You're in for a rude awakening, darling.
Yeah.
Honey, you got a big storm coming.
Right, about to say, everybody. People don't like you, Jared.
Your mother is one of the most beloved icons of Survivor and of CBS. And you are the 16th most liked player in the house right now.
In the house.
The only person below him
is Luke, who was rejected.
Honestly, maybe I'll be generous. I'll bump him up to 15 just because I don't think he's as disliked as Cameron.
I actually
in
think
some
Cameron
circles
is
he
above
is.
him.
Yeah, Cameron is above him.
Oh no.
Cameron is
Let's
above
take a
him.
look.
Oh, you don't have to. I already looked. Cameron is above him. Cameron is above him.
Jared is now number 17.
Under Luke.
Under Luke.
Okay, no. I hate that actually.
I do too, but like,
you know what? Honestly, I can't even be mad at that because I ain't had no reason to hate Luke right now. He's done. He's gone. He's out of my brain. We don't remember Luke. So Jared is the last person I like. And unfortunately, he talks too much and he thinks everything he says is facts. And I hate that about people. That drives me crazy when a man will look into my face or anybody's face and say things that he has no idea about. How do you know what America is thinking? You're not in the world. You're not out here in
the person
streets.
or the country.
Right. You're not out here in these streets. So you don't know how America is taking the people in the house. But you're speaking like it's fact. Oh, Corey, there's no way that people like your personality. How do you know that? How do you know that? You stuck in the same house. How do we know that? Yeah, he's a ugh.
Kind of what got me as well. I'm not sure who else it was. I think it might have been Matthew, but it was Matthew and Jared talking to America, and America was kind of like explaining feeds because she's a former feedster, and like Jared was like, "No, I don't think they'd show that. I don't think they'd show that." And it's like, you are on camera 24/7. The only time they cut away is if it's something they truly don't want us to see.
Or it's going to be on the...
Yeah, and it's the fact that he was trying to explain it to someone who, who is a recruit. Trying to I'm going to say it. He was trying to mansplain it to America.
And still somebody who don't watch feeds. You talking to me, who watches feeds religiously, telling me who you ain't never watched feeds, what happens on feeds. America should have just like slapped them and be like, go ahead, shut up talking to me because you have no idea. When is the last time you turned on Paramount Plus and looked at the feeds? When is the last time you did that? He'd be like, I ain't never watched feeds. So how are you gonna tell me who was last season before I got on this hit show watching the feeds on Paramount Plus? I done paid my $9.99 or about $10.99 and watching the feeds. I did that. You didn't do that, but you go tell me what goes on feeds.
She watched And the Lays?
She was on in person with the Lays.
She was a part of the Toddler Call Hate Train on CBB3. That is one of us, and therefore I will be rooting for her as much as I physically can.
She was the one, was like, she was with us when she was like, my one true love in this house, I've fallen in love and got a crush with Lace. You know, all the moments that they showed in between, she was watching those.
Joseph
moments.
Abden, attorney at law, I love you. Like, we know. Like, hello.
Like, she was in these Twitter streets with us. She was rocking and rolling through all of these seasons. Like, and not just last season. The legal team. She was rocking with the Muffin Gate. She was rocking with in 23.
With the hatred of Jackson Mickey.
She was all on these streets coming up until this point. So I'm like, how are you, who ain't never watched a day of feeds in your life,
literally,
ever go tell her what they show and what they don't show on feed? I don't think they show that. Oh, baby. We see people having sex on feeds. We've seen them all. We've seen it all.
Yeah, we've seen it.
We've seen it all. They show what they show on feeds. It is what it is, but he act like everything he say is fact, and I just want to punch him in the throat. Like, stop talking.
Sounds great.
Stop talking like you know what you mean. That's the whole mansplaining thing, like you said here. It bothers my whole soul because like you speaking like you know facts and you don't. Just be like, oh, I don't think they show. Like, all you have to do is add 2 words. I don't think they show this on feeds.
You could just that.
Then it's like, oh, okay, well, that's an opinion. It's like, well, no, let me tell you what I do know they show on feeds. That's what America says. And you're like, oh, I didn't know that. Well, now I know. That's how that conversation should have went. But no. Jared has to be Jared. No, Jared has to be Jared. Be like, oh, they don't show that Oh, it's 100% sure they don't show that. When did you watch Feeds? Never. Anyone.
Anyway, on a lighter topic, I am happy to announce Blue has finally started campaigning.
She's got like 17 hours.
She's finally started.
I could care less about Blue, honestly.
It truly, honestly, this week is the fight of doing nothing versus doing too much.
Yep.
Because Blue is doing nothing and Jag is doing almost too much.
It's all very annoying, both of them. Jag has no game. Blue has no game. They are like
they're floating.
They are just the worst.
No, they're coasting.
They're coasting. They're not even floating because a good floater game. June Song played that to the best way possible. I love June. She, my icon legend. She showed what a true floater game is and how to play it well. These people are coasting. They're waiting on things to happen, and I'll talk to people eventually, baby.
I think we have one true floater right now in the house.
And who would that be? Because I think I know who I would think is the floater.
I think it's America.
Yeah. I think it's America and Corey.
I was going to say both of them. I think Corey less so now because Corey's emerging as a bigger target.
Yes.
I think Corey has been playing a decent floater game. Mm-hmm. I would also say if I was going to name another definitive person, I would honestly say Matt. I think Matt is playing a very good floater game.
Yeah, right, he's a floater rat game, which I kind of I can get behind. I can get behind that
because that's the kind of game that Steve played in 17, and Steve, I love Steve's gameplay. Truly and honestly, when I go back and watch 17, like I love Steve.
Yeah, those of us unfamiliar. How did Steve place?
He won. Steve Moses won.
He won. Baby 17.
Yeah.
So
I was about to say he played a floater rat game, and you know who else? I feel like oh gosh, not the name leaving me. The other nerdy guy. Ian played a floaty rat game until he needed to move up into his strategic game. Because once he moved up, like for the beginning part of the season, he was playing that floaty rat game, and it was like beautiful. But then during the quack pack on, he was strategic and masterminding and beautiful, and it was beautiful to see. And he won too, by the way.
Yeah, there's an art to playing a solid floater game, and I think, and from what I remember, that's from the little bit we got of America preseason. That's kind of the game she wanted to play. Because. Unfortunately, that's the game I would want to play. Ideally, I'd want to be good with everybody and float along, make moves when I need to, and pad my resume at the end.
Yeah. And
it's very difficult.
It's difficult to do that because people catch on to you being, but and that's the thing with America too. She's getting caught on to as well, and so she's gonna have to move from being just a floater into her strategic. She has to navigate into that. That's going to be dangerous.
Sooner than she wants to.
And that's where I think if she wins HOH, I think that's a great moment for her to establish herself. Ideally, I would have it be the first week of jury. So one of Sari, Felicia, or Izzy would be in jury. However, if it happens next week, I'm not all that mad.
That's the float. Those are the two floaters. The coasters in this game, unfortunately, is right now Jag, Blue, and Mimi.
Yeah.
And Bowie.
I was gonna say Bowie Jane as
well.
And
Bowie Jane. They're the coasters, and they go have to.
I don't want to call Mimi a coaster.
I don't want to call her that.
She has no agency.
None. Nobody
trusts. She has no agency in this house.
Right, and that is a big. That's why I said she needs to win HOH because she has no agency and she needs to get some. And in order to do that, she has to make some moves, and she has to make.
She needs to show the Brown Sugar Babes, hey, I'm with you.
Right.
I'm in this with you. I want to play with you. I'm going to keep you safe when a lot of people are saying, put you up.
Right.
So, and if one of them had won HOH this week, this week would have been, I think I like this week, despite Cameron winning, because it's chaos. And I like chaos. Yeah. But as of as of right now, I mean, yeah, like I said, Blue's finally campaigning, and the person she's campaigning to first,
Felicia,
Bowie
who?
Jane.
Oh, Bowie Jane, really?
She's campaigning to Bowie.
Okay.
We, as of very, very recently, America and Izzy were having a conversation. It's been Sari, Izzy, America, and like a little bit of Felicia having this conversation, I think. And they're basically weighing the pros and cons. And America literally said he makes good points, but then it's sloppy bringing up people because he's bringing up to people apparently that Jag is saying he has Corey and America's votes for sure, and now America wants to vote him out. So I think we're losing Jag tomorrow, which is upsetting. I don't want to because he is nice to look at, but Riley really messed up his game.
Thanks, Riley.
Thanks, girl. Yeah, I think it's honestly still gonna be flip flop until tomorrow, which I mean is what we've come to expect with this season. I don't see this being a unanimous vote though.
This is the most Survivor-coded season of Big Brother, and we have.
I wonder why. I wonder why. I'm loving this season. The people that are saying this season is boring, bye.
Aren't paying attention.
Aren't watching feeds.
They're not watching.
I think that's what it is. They're not watching feeds.
They're looking into, like, they're watching the episodes and then they're reading things.
Because honestly, I'll be honest, the episodes have been boring.
Yeah, episodes are horrible. Episodes are boring. But the chaos behind the scenes are incredible. So I think that's it though, y'all. Because
I think so. There's just so much.
It's really so much, but nothing. Like we said, Blue and Jag are doing the total opposites of campaigning. Like Blue just started campaigning. She finally decided to get from under Jared to campaign a little bit today.
Literally.
And Jag has been all over the place all week since the final nom, since Veto. And so it's kind of like,
did we talk about everyone today?
Yeah, everybody who
Bowie Jane update. She's still doing nothing but biking. That's really all she's doing.
But
that's really all she's doing.
Queen invented dentistry.
Invented lying about her age. Oh yeah, no one believes
Nobody
anymore.
believes that.
They don't believe her age, which she did lie about. They don't believe she's a DJ, which is true. They're like everything about her is a lie.
She lies about everything. So.
Which I mean, some of it is. But
I'm about to say,
when you're 45 trying to pass off as 34,
like, baby, no.
The moment I heard like Hysam's age, I'd have been like, I'm 38. I think that would have been a little bit more reasonable. Or seeing Felicia, period, in the game being
40.
like,
I'm
40. Yeah, I think late 30s, early 40s would have been a little bit more reasonable.
Yeah.
This is like the one season where you don't have to lie.
You don't have to lie. It's a 63-year-old woman in the house. You don't have to
I was going to say, we've got, 5 house guests over 40?
Over 40. Like, stop lying.
Which is very
4
nice
now, because one of them was...
Which is very nice.
And so that's why this season is as chaotic as it is. Because you want to know who's running the gameplay? The 2 people over 50.
It's
you know
really...
Why?
Because they're smart.
2 fabulous black women over the age of 50 are running this game. And y'all are going to say it's boring?
Fully developed frontal lobes. Because you don't have those till you're 25.
No, you don't.
That's why I'm stupid.
We know.
I mean, I'm just saying, when you've been around the block a couple of times and you've seen it all, heard it all, done it all, and people done lied to you several times in your lifetime, and people done tried to play in your face several times in your lifetime. When you get in that house and somebody playing in your face, you're like, girl, I see you. But okay. All right, y'all keep lying. Y'all keep lying. I've been code switching for 20 years in my life. I've been code switching all my life. I've been working in corporate America and code switched and dealt with people and they nonsense and bullcrap my whole life. You think I'm gonna come in this house and you go play with me? Absolutely not. Hey girl, how you doing? I hate that heifer so bad. You know how to do that.
It's giving very Felicia specifically with Bowie Jane. It's like, oh my god, girl, that skirt is so cute.
No.
That is the ugliest
Yeah,
effing skirt I've ever
haven't
seen.
seen it
Like,
mine time.
it's
Like,
really giving that.
it's Mean Girls older grandma edition. Like, and we've been Mean Girls for a long time. It's grandma edition of Mean Girls, and it's
fun.
It's beautiful to see. It's fun for me. Some people don't like it. I don't like the means they mean. I don't like how they say what they say about people. You know what?
Y'all live for BB6. Where's that energy now?
Right. How was nobody mad when Janelle was calling people a bitch and all this other stuff and calling sluts and everything. But the second
I'm gonna say it. The
Felicia
second a
say,
black woman says something,
oh, she's a slut, and she holding around. Oh, how dare she say that about Blue? What? Nobody said nothing about Janelle when she said what? Nobody said nothing about Christmas and them when they were calling people. What? Oh, okay, got it.
But she really is a slag though.
I mean, the fact of the matter is, Blue be talking about how much she thoughts and bops, and she knows she do, and she likes it. She open about her thought and bopping. So why is it mad when somebody call her a thought and a bop? Just saying. If I'm open about it, I ain't gonna be mad when somebody say that.
Yeah. And on that note,
thought and bop all you want, people.
Period. As you should. I think that's everything, but we probably missed stuff because this house is just. Why?
I'm not gonna stress about missing nothing.
Nope.
We did what we did. We said what we said, and we're gonna go because we got lots to do today. So
we sure do. So yes, we have our veto episode tonight. We have our eviction tomorrow. We should find out probably tomorrow about this BB power of invincibility.
Yeah.
And as always, we will be back Friday at 6 Eastern to talk about the eviction, to talk about the new HOH, which we should presumably have. All of that lovely, wonderful, and great stuff. In the meantime, we've been talking about this whole season, so if you want to go catch up on all of our prior stuff, go do it. Make sure to hit all of the buttons, except for the dislike button here on YouTube, and hit all of the buttons on your preferred audio platform that say you support us, because we love your support and we love you. Make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at The Cut Pod for all of the most up-to-date cut news and our funny moments, because we are some funny bitches. Sorry, Jennifer. And while you're down there, you can follow the three of us because we're cute and fun and lovely and wonderful. And you could get your cut merch as well. Link down there, all the way down there. I don't have my cut mug, but we're going to pretend, hey, it's a mug. Cut mug. Cut mug. This is not a cut mug, but Lana has one. And with that being said, cheers.
cheers.
From
no, but she really looks like though.
God damn it, Iris. Goodbye.
From way outside the Big Brother house. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Live light, love.